Opponent goes hand on the inside too. Look, I close this window. Let's go over that in a little bit of detail. Okay? I successfully put this hand on first. He goes here, I parry. He goes to the lapel, look, I deny. Okay? As he's going back around, look, I post this hand high. Okay? The goal with this inside hand is to create a frame. Okay? Strong pushing power. This elbow on the rib with my wrist straight by his head. You see my thumbs up right by his eye. That is what I want. This is very, very powerful. Okay? So once I have this collar on the opposite side, if he wants to go for a turn throw, this whole structure pushes against his rib and prevents him from turning. Okay, that's what I'm really looking to do with this. Okay, I want this inside position. I want to be able to frame elbow here, and sometimes you cannot. In that case, I want to pulse on the face. Okay, as you can tell, you've probably seen this a million times. People going cross-body Osoto, controlling the head. Right? Because if you can't control the head, you're not going to be able to throw the person. Right? The purpose of the strong frame, right now, Kevin doesn't have a strong frame because of the position of his arm. The purpose of it is to be able to push here and pull effectively so I can rotate his upper body. Now that his upper body is turned, it's a lot easier for me to step across and enter into my turn throws. Right? If I can win this arm back, once this arm has crossed the center line, it's very, very difficult for Kevin, if I'm strong, to pull this arm back, okay? Because it's an isometric contraction versus his pulling power, right? When he's in an extended position and when his shoulders are turned, he's not very athletic, okay? What you'll see when you're going against beginners is when you have the pulse and the pull and the shoulder is turned, the person just squares up with me. This is the best. Right? Because look at all the stuff that I can do from here. Turn throw, Kouchi Ouchi Osoto, Tanya Toshi, Harai. Okay, what about Kevin? He's lefty. He's gonna turn all the way this way. Look where his foot is. Okay, you go for a turn throw here. Right, really, really far. Okay, go Osoto, really, really far. Okay, lots of this stuff, is shut down. Okay, and that's really sort of the idea. So, inside position, hand goes up, okay? I could either rest the wrist, let's turn it around, high on his collarbone here, okay, and bring this elbow in the way, you see this position? Or I could keep it here, or I could post on his face, okay? Those are sort of the classic inside position hands of this lapel hand, or what they call tsurite, right? Very, very important. Here, okay, so Kevin's on the outside. What Kevin's going to want to do from here is bring this hand down, okay? So if he pulls his arm down this way, and then if he puts his chin over the hand, this denies me the opportunity to create this elbow frame, okay? Now, if I want to go for the throw, if he has a sleeve, right, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to throw from here, okay? Let's go inside. All right, Kevin was going like this, but this is sufficient, okay? I'm going to bring my outside position, it's not outside position in judo, but you have to know the outside position to counter it, right? So if I'm on the outside position, if he brings his hand high, right, this is going to cause me a lot of trouble, elbow frame in the way, okay? I really, really hate this. So, return for a second. As he's coming down here, look, I put my chin over the hand, and then I protect it with my shoulder. I glue my chin to my shoulder. Now he's going to have a very, very hard time bringing that hand out of the pocket because of this position of his arm. Okay, now even if he has the sleeve, if he wants to go for any sort of turn throw, right, his arm is locked out in this position. It's very, very limited here. Okay? So that's one method that a lot of the people are going to do. So Kevin's on the outside, right? He wants to put his chin over this hand and glue his shoulder to his chin. It's going to cause me a lot of problems here. Okay? In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sleeve hand and punch this and create an opening. Okay? So now, notice this space here. This is the timing where I punch his hand up. And now look, I can try to look for that sleeve, okay? These slight advantages, let's go here. These slight positional advantages, right, chin, I open, right, hand goes up. It's very, very fleeting. It's quick, it's gone in an instant, okay? So as soon as I win this battle, I have to move on to the next battle, right, which is to gain the sleeves and pull that shoulder turn. Right now, this hand may be good enough for me to reach, but sometimes this hand is back there. I cannot reach. I may have to go to the collar and then turn the shoulders here. Okay? Now, when Kevin goes for any sort of turn throw, right, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to attack me. Okay? I control his head, so look, I can pull him down, and now look, I can go big Koshiguruma situation. Right? So lots of different options are going to open up for me. Right? So here, chin over the hand, right? This is the possibility. Open, hand goes up. Okay? Immediately looking to gain the sleeve. Right? And we're going to talk a little bit about gaining the sleeve and the lapel hand in sort of the next position. Okay? So now let's look at a position where Kevin tries to gain control by bringing this elbow up and over the inside position. Okay? So I have the inside position, throws the elbow up and through. Now, this arm is stuck, and my pushing power, notice I cannot push on his face anymore. Right? I don't have sufficient pushing power to pull this sleeve. This frame is a lot stronger than mine, so once we grab the sleeve and we start playing tug of war here, right? Maybe I'm much stronger than Kevin, but usually if we're in the same weight class doing judo together, we're going to be evenly matched. So if he pulls this arm, it's going to be very difficult for me to return this arm back, okay, from this position, even though I'm very, very strong. Okay? Right? So he starts pulling. Right? It's going to be very, very difficult. So as soon as this elbow comes in the way, I want to release it. Okay? I could do this in a couple ways. I could maybe just punch this elbow up and through this way. Okay, so the elbow's through. Look, I bring this arm out, I turn my wrist in, and then I throw this arm and punch this elbow in an upward manner, right? And then once this arm is out of the way, look, I could bring this post through. And now when he tries to bring this elbow up and over, look, if I keep it high, right, he's going to have a very hard time doing it, okay? An amateur judo guy, is going to say, look at all this space, I'm going to just go underneath. I'm blocking, right? Because I like the inside position. A very, very advanced judoka, come back here, right? Sees this space, you go underneath, is going to time a Korean Sanagi, okay? Which you can eventually go over. Every now and then, Ippon Sanagi may happen. So when I'm standing, battling for this distance, I want to take a forward lean away from that side. Okay, so now, even if he goes for the Ippon Sanagi, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to finish, as you can see. Okay? Really, really important, because when you're going against the lefty, you have to always assume they have the right side Ippon Sanagi. Right? Lefties are sneaky. Okay, so, arm comes across the way, real big pain in the butt. I'm going to punch this through. Sometimes you can't do it. Don't let me do it. Ah! Huge pain in the butt. Okay? Now, as opposed to me physically moving his arm, I'm going to slide this hand down a little bit. Okay? So now you see how there's no more pressure on this arm? And I'm going to go in this way. So now I have clearance. Okay? Obviously, this is not a great position for me either. And then I'm going to try to slide up. Or I might try to feed this. Or I might try to punch this. Right? Those are going to be sort of my options, okay? Here, can't go, right? Inside, now there's no pressure, right? And now I could slide the hand up, okay? Sometimes, his elbow's in the way, right? Especially if my hand is high, and then he brings his arm through, the tighter it is, okay? So, in order for me to be able to release this, I have to shuffle my arm down, but as you can tell, I'm sort of taking myself a little bit out of position. Right? So I have to kind of retreat in order to regain. Right? I don't really like the idea of staying so loose and then being out here trying to do whatever it is. So I may, once the arm is in here, can't punch, can't slide the arm down. I release just a little bit, go across, and then go to the outside. Okay? But now we're getting into sort of the outside judo position. So that's a whole other thing. Right? And then we could look at advantages from there, what techniques to watch out for, right? Those are some of the ideas next. So, we got a little bit of idea on how to deal with this inside versus outside position. Okay, so let's fight for position a little bit. Let's just say, for instance, you like outside, I like inside. Okay, now we're going to battle for position here. Ready, go. Right? You're going to put the chin down. Oh shit, I don't like that at all. Right? I'm moving, throwing the elbow over. Right? He comes out inside, go inside. Nope, I deny him. He goes to the outside. That's fine. Look, I'm posting. Trying to look for that sleeve. Right? And now there's my turn throw. Maybe it's there. Right? Trying to look from this direction. We're going to go over that. Posting. Far side or sort. Right? Right. Good, right? Right? Notice the shoulder turn here, right? You like that? That's nice, right, Kevin? You like this?
Nope.
Okay, Kevin, gonna go now. Boom! Okay, so those are a couple of different ideas fighting for that inside position. Right?